All right, I'm going to wait for everybody to get back in the room here. Apparently, guys, we had a little power surge or something, and the router, well, the router shows we didn't go down, but router still shows everything is full. But obviously, we had some kind of little issue there. So now we're back up and running. Anyway, here's what you need to know about it. I realized it probably, I would say, within a few seconds after it happened. I did continue to record locally, okay? So if you want to go back and watch the live stream, what are we in right now? It's 10:15, so we're about an hour. It's an hour and 15 minutes, and it happened 2 or 3 minutes ago. So if you fast forward, to about the hour, 11 mark or something like that, hour 11, hour 12, if you want to go back and watch the replay later, you'll be able to see everything, because I did continue recording to the laptop even though we had a little power surge that caused the disconnect to YouTube. So you really didn't miss anything, because I realized it and I set the cards down, and you can go back and watch the gap to see that, there was no funny business going on there. That is die cut to 24 status in the Kansas City Chiefs. And truthfully, I really don't even know what caused that. I thought it was a power surge or the internet went down, but when I walked in there and I looked at the router, there was no loss of signal whatsoever. And I mean, everything was up and running with full signal strength. So I don't know if it was a YouTube thing or what, but right after it happened, it wouldn't even let me immediately reconnect. So it was very strange. Pen pal dual autograph, Riley Ridley and David Montgomery for the Chicago Bears. And that is black dual Chicago. And there's a Will Grier insert anyway for the Panthers. So guys, apologize for whatever that was. I don't know exactly what it was. But anyway, whatever it was, it seems to have resolved itself now. So maybe just a little momentary glitch in the signal from the cable company or something. Who knows? I do know I pay them a vast sum of money to have the high speed internet connection so we can have what should be flawless streaming. So yeah, they need to kind of keep it up and running, although I have to say they do a pretty good job. We don't have that happen. I can't even remember the last time that happened. It's to $2.99 Field Vision for the Green Bay Packers. Yeah, it's probably my neighbor's mad because I told them to move down the street and out in front of my house to do the fireworks. To 99 Broncos. Well, you guys heard me. I opened the window and, yelled down there. So they're probably like, yeah, we'll show you live streaming. We're going to, go out here and dig up your cable box or something, or cable line, whatever. You know what I'm saying. A primary colors gold, Juju Smith-Schuster. It is numbered to 99 for the Steelers. I guess it's not really gold. It's the colors of the Steelers. So I got a little ahead of myself there, thinking that was going to be low-numbered. Nicholas, that's my fault. Pen Pals, Justice Hill. We've already seen him once for the Ravens. We're about to see him again. Let's find out if our ink color is different. Indeed it is. A little green ink in there, kids. So green, the best I recall, means there are 10 or fewer. I know that red ink is a 1 of 1. Black is the common one. Blue, I think, is 99 or less. Green, I'm pretty sure, is 10 or fewer. There's another Will Grier insert for the Panthers. And this one is numbered 275, Leonard Fournette and the Jags. And this one, we do have a little, I can see it down there. You probably can too. It's a little bit of a bad corner on that lower, actually both those lower corners, just not perfect on the Fournette for the Jags. Kansas City Chiefs tidal waves. And that is to 299 for the Broncos. So once again, for those of you who have come back into the room after the little power glitch, that's to 99. If you, after I post the upload, if you just fast forward to about the 1 hour and 12 minute mark or so, that's going to be roughly where it dropped out, probably right around that time frame. But you'll be able to see the gap minutes if you so choose. Marcus Mariota, Craftsman, by watching that little segment, because I continued recording locally to my laptop even, you know, as the signal was down, so that there would be no gap in the coverage if you're, you know, when you watch the upload. So that's why I always do the backup recording to my laptop, and that's why I always upload it to YouTube as well. Although YouTube archives a version of the break, they have one that they keep there on the channel as well. I don't know, somehow I feel safer also uploading one. Just make sure it's there, and it's easier to find, because I catalog them by eBay end date, you know, in the title, to make it a little easier for searching purposes. OMG, Chris, you're still here with me. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, fortunately, whatever that was didn't last too terribly long, so I'm grateful for that. You know, if you think about like how connected our lives are these days, man, what would any of us do if we had like a massive power outage for any period of time? Or even like, you know, you think about cars these days, and you read about all these car manufacturers that pay the white hat hackers to try to hack the cars, and most of the time they're successful. So then the auto manufacturer knows, you know, what to go back and fix and correct or whatever. But I mean, in theory, someone could easily hack into the system of a car. Maybe not easily, but somebody knows what they're doing. And unlock it and start it and drive off in it, you know. Or hijack any other system in a car. I mean, car theft is not quite the way it used to be, thanks to our connected world. But man, it is hard to think back and imagine what life was like before iPhones and iPads and all that, isn't it? Crazy. So this is our second one we've seen tonight that is numbered to 25, and it is headed to the New York Giants with Dexter Lawrence. And that is numbered to 99 with Harrison Smith and the Vikings. Josh Allen for the Jags. Insert. We haven't really seen much in the way of Benny Snell tonight either, have we? Primary colors to 299. Matt Ryan to 75 for the Falcons. Another pen pal for the Cardinals, but man, it still isn't Kyler Murray, but we do have Hakeem Butler. So you got Andy Isabella already. I note a little chipping lower left on the back, not anything too dramatic. Black ink. Hakeem Butler, hard signed. Pen pals headed to the Cardinals. Spellbound to 299, Baker Mayfield. And the Browns. That is the Panthers to 97, I think that said. So there's your numbered Will Greer, anyway. Number 58 of 97, Aspirations. That was, sorry, to $2.99 for the Titans. You probably saw that already, but... Yeah, Nicholas, I don't know where Benny Snell is tonight. He's not coming out to do you any favors, though, is he? Not so far. We still have a little bit to go, though, yet, so... He may still join us yet. We will hope so, anyway. The Vikings Aspirations, number 11 of 75. And that was Alexander Madison. We pulled his autograph earlier, I think. Of course, we will recap at the end of the night. So for those of you who missed anything early, kind of jumped in midstream or something, we'll go back through and check it out. Saquon Barkley, Playmakers. I know, OMG, Chris, we haven't had much luck with your Jets tonight, have we? But we still have a little ways to go, so maybe we can conjure it up. Here comes Howie Long with a relic for the Oakland Raiders to $299. Greedy Williams. Kansas City Chiefs to $299 with Mecole Hardman Jr., to be specific. Well, let's go ahead and take that off the back there so we don't have to flip it later. We'll flip it now. Mecole Hardman Jr. again. Of course, that's just the base rookie to $699. Warren Moon and the Tennessee Titans. Nice. So, okay, some of you are probably like, wait a minute, that's the Oilers logo and he's a Houston Oiler and etc. Yes, that is all correct. He was a Houston Oiler. However, cards always stay with their franchise. That's numbered to 25 too, by the way. So the former Houston Oilers are the current Tennessee Titans. So that is why I called it to the Tennessee Titans, because that's ultimately where it's going. The Houston Texans are a completely different franchise. They are an expansion franchise that came back to Houston well after the original Oilers had already gone to Tennessee and remade themselves. I know, Chris, I do need to find that magic touch for your Jets, don't I? I've got to try to conjure them up. We got to try to get the mojo flowing for the Jets tonight. See if we can't get a little love for them. You know, I pull a lot of Warren Moon autographed memorabilia. You know, we open a lot of autographed jerseys and autographed helmets and mini helmets, and often buy the case or the half case. And we do pull a fair amount of Warren Moon autographed memorabilia, particularly helmets. But it's rare to pull Warren Moon autographed cards for whatever reason. So nice to see that one come through. And numbered to 25 makes it even better still. So this, of course, our next to last box that is coming out of the wrappers as we speak. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do in a few days when we hit the All-Star break for baseball. What's going to be on, man? No baseball, there's no football. I guess we'll be having to watch Summer League basketball, won't we? Or, well, tennis will tennis be out? Yeah, no, Wimbledon will still be going. I guess I can watch maybe some more Wimbledon, but, actually, well, no, that's not true either. Wimbledon will be probably wrapping up by the time we get done with the All-Star break. It will be wrapped up because they're already headed into the round of 16. So, man, we're going to be in a sports vacuum except for Summer League basketball here in a few more days. But you know those guys need the break. And can you imagine, like, how hot it is? Imagine how hot it would be out there running, playing baseball in long pants, man. And most of them compression garments under that. So, I mean, you're talking like layers of clothing in 95-degree heat. It's to $2.99 Drew Bledsoe for the Patriots with a relic. I mean, I do not envy those guys out there in long pants and all that stuff. It's just crazy. That's to $299 for the Seahawks, Travis Homer. Sony Michel. Pharrell insert for the Raiders. But, you know, there are some guys like Joey Votto on my Cincinnati Reds. You know, Joey always wears it old school style, you know, with pants with the elastic up at the knees and then the socks, you know, pulled up to meet the knee-length pants. But he's probably one of the few. There are certainly some guys that play that way every day, old school. It's to $2.99 for the Panthers' primary colors. But the vast majority these days play really in just full down to the ground length long pants. I'd be so hot. That's to $2.99 for the 49ers. It was Caden Smith. Another one to $25. And that's for the Buffalo Bills, Tremaine Edmonds. In his sophomore year. Spellbound to $99. Baker Mayfield. The Chiefs to $299 with Travis Kelce. That is the Broncos and Drew Lock, his base rookie, to $6.99. So there at least we know we have one base rookie for him. There may be some more, but that one at least we know we have the one. A pen pal for Paris Campbell. And the Indianapolis Colts, and it's blue ink. So the blue ink, once again, I believe is 99 or fewer. Double check me on that. I'm not as certain. What did I say? Oh, I thought that one. Oh, yeah, that is to 49. Sorry, guys. I saw the pattern and didn't look at the number. That pattern traditionally has been to 25, but you're right. This one is to 49. You're correct. Sorry about that. Thank you for catching it, Nicholas. Good call on that, man. This one is to 25, though. I'm going to get you on to 25 eventually. Dual threats, Taysom Hill for the Saints. Yeah, my fault on that, guys. I just looked at the pattern, did not look at the number. Should have, but, you know, I get used to the same pattern being numbered to the same thing every time. Numbered to 99 for the Buffalo Bills. Really to 99. I double checked it. And then see what happens? I double check it and then I knock the camera over. Good Lord. Okay, see? Not specifically the camera, the tripod, but anyway, you get the idea. It was about to go for a little spin there. Turn of the century, DK Metcalf for the Seattle Seahawks, numbered to 99. And the Seahawks to 99 again. Doug Baldwin. That one does not have an autograph attached, however. All right, so you know where we are. We are at Last Box Mojo time. That's right. This is where we're going to work really hard to collectively get our mojo in focus here and hope that we can find the big smoking fiery hot hits out of our last box of this case of Elite. See, Nicholas is already on it. He's typed it in over there. Last Box Mojo. That's right. That's right. We got to see what we can make happen here. Make something good happen. Make the magic happen. Yeah, Nicholas, your Steelers have been a little quiet tonight, but at least we did find you a TJ Watt. I know you have some already, but hey, I mean, I'm assuming you probably sell off some of the duplicates, do you? To fund future breaks? That's what I would do. Probably. Once you start getting a lot of duplicates that look, I mean, you know, when the cards look exactly the same, yeah, I would sell off a few, recoup a little money anyway. Oh, you've got another Steelers collector there with you locally. Oh, fantastic, man. You got a built-in market then, don't you? Yeah, that's the way to do it. And then you don't lose 15% to eBay and PayPal fees. So win-win. Does your local guy, does he do breaks and stuff as well? So does he sometimes get extra stuff that he can like trade with you that you don't have or offer to you? Or does he just kind of rely on you to supply him with extras and he's more of a, you know, buy it at the local card shop kind of guy? Numbered to 299. Hey, at least we've got a numbered jet. And it's Le'Veon Bell of all people. But anyway, at least we've got you something for the Jets that is, you know, of interest maybe. To 299 on Le'Veon. And this is to 299 Spellbound for the Bears. Tennessee Titans. Impact Impressions. It is numbered to 75. The Titans have actually ended up having a pretty good little break. Your upper right corner, I can see just the tiniest little bit of an imperfection up there. It's got maybe a tiny little bit of a bend or something. You probably wouldn't even notice it except for the fact that it's a hollow foil, so it reflects the light slightly differently in that tiny little corner. In fact, you probably wouldn't maybe even necessarily notice it if it weren't pointed out. I mean, as far as just seeing it right off the top, but I do point them out if I see them, so there you go. Oh, so he's a doctor and he just gets what he wants. Well, that makes sense. So he buys it from you and another guy and then from off of eBay. Yeah. As you know, I don't get the same thrill that way. I like pulling them out of a pack myself or out of a break myself. So, I mean, I hardly ever just buy them because I get, I don't know, psychologically I like it better the other way. Minor imperfections right here on this edge in that lower corner. You can see just the tiniest little bit of chipping, kind of ditto on the opposite side. But the Raiders hold out to the last box, but finally make an appearance here with Josh Jacobs, Pen Pals, hard signed black ink. Oh, Ryan. Oh, man. Ryan is doing some hardcore shaming over there. He wants to know if Steelers fans have enough intelligence to get through medical school. Oh, smacking down, Ryan. Dang, brother. Who is your team? Are you a division rival? An elite company, Nick Bosa, and for the 49ers. And I thought this should be numbered. It doesn't appear to be, but it's a refractor, and I don't really remember our other elite companies being refractors or prism in the Panini world. Maybe they were, but anyway, for whatever reason, that caught my eye as potentially being different. So, a Ravens fan. There you go. See, I knew it had to be a division rival. This one is numbered to 299. It is star status J.J. Watt. Hey, your Ravens have a good-looking young group up there. It's to 299 Mark Ingram. And then we have to 299 the Eagles. And honestly, I think the fact that you're rid of Joe Flacco, I mean, if you were, listen, I know he got you a Super Bowl and he was, good back in the day, but man, the guy was kind of holding you back a little bit, I think, with the Ravens for the last few years. So moving on away from him, I think is going to help you, and you're getting a lot younger across the board. And that's going to help you a lot, too, because, you guys were getting a little on the older side. Jerome Bettis, the bus, to 299. Pittsburgh Steelers relic. Well, it is all on Lamar to a certain extent. But, I mean, they have helped him out by revamping the playbook. Now, they didn't do him any favors by not telling him in the off season that they were revamping the playbook. So he shows up like day one and they're like, oh yeah, here's a whole new offense for you to learn. So like that part maybe not so helpful, but they're really refiguring all of their schemes to fit his skill set. And I think probably to try to keep him from getting pounded into the ground too, because he likes to pull the ball and run. And he's good at it, but you can't do that in NFL for a long term like he did in college. It's numbered to 99, the Packers, Dexter Williams. I mean, he would just take too much of a beating. But, I mean, kid played up the road for me, played for Louisville at U of L, and there's a nice old Daniel Jones insert. And, again, he's one of these guys, he needs some reps. He's a little, whatever, he needs a little polish, but he's good. It's to 299 the Vikings. And I know a lot of people are divided about him, and there are just as many people who tell you, oh, he's terrible and he's going to be a bust, as there are who will tell you, oh, he's going to win 20 Super Bowls. But the reality of it is, I mean, the kid can play. He can play. They've got to get into an offense that's built around him, which is what they're installing. So we'll see. Antonio Brown as a Raider. And Antonio Brown as a Raider is numbered to 10, no less, with the mojo pattern. Huh. How about that? How about that? Well, see, Ryan, you're saying he's eventually going to get caught and injured, and you're kind of on the fence about how you think he's going to develop. Well, I mean, again, I think he's got, I don't know what it is, how to say it exactly, but he's kind of got whatever the it is that makes a guy good at doing something like professional sports and being one of only 32 guys in the entire world that can quarterback an NFL team. So, I mean, the guy is good, and he's got the potential to be really good, but he does need some more discipline and polish. And, I mean, his arm strength is not the same as some other guys. But he can play ball, and if they just build the offense around him, I think he'll be fine. So I was busily sorting out some of our lower numbered cards there that we're going to recap along with our autographs, because of course we're at the recap portion of the night. So that's for the Cardinals. It is numbered to 24. David Johnson. Alvin Kamara is numbered to 41 for the Saints. Anything higher than that is not in this recap. So this is stuff that is 41 and lower. Numbered to 18 for the Steelers, that is Deontay Johnson. And we have Josh Jacobs for the Raiders, numbered to 10. For the Colts, that is numbered to 24. For the New York Giants, also to 24 with the nice old Daniel Jones. That's to 25 for the Panthers with Brian Burns. We have a low-numbered Spellbound to 25 for Pat Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. And this little die cut is to 23 for Andy Isabella and the Cardinals. The Chicago Bears, numbered to 24. The Tennessee Titans are numbered to 24. And to 24 for the Kansas City Chiefs. And another one to 24 for the Kansas City Chiefs. I didn't realize we had pulled two of those, kind of like back-to-back there. With number 14 of 24 and number 24 of 24 for Juan Thornhill. So how about that? Not too shabby there. If you have Kansas City anyway. Numbered to 25 for the Giants, that is Dexter Williams. Then you have the Buffalo Bills here to 49 with Tremaine Edmonds. And a dual target Taysom Hill to 25. So guys, I believe that is the majority of the low-numbered stuff, like the 41 and lower. Now, it is possible that some of it got stacked in the larger stack of numbered things and didn't get recapped, but all the cards ship in here. So if you saw it go by earlier and you didn't see it right there in the recap, that's probably why, and the fact that I stacked him in the totally wrong spot. That is numbered to 10, Antonio Brown for the Raiders, and I had stacked him with the autographs. Darrell Henderson for the Rams, Pen Pals, Black Ink. The Bus, Nicholas says it's his third one. That's for the Steelers. The Tennessee Titans, this one is numbered to 75. Kersey. Warren Moon to 25, Tennessee Titans. Pen Pals, Black Ink for the Cardinals. A Pro Bowl relic coming out for the Saints. Miles Boykin to 149, turn of the century for the Ravens. There's that T.J. Watt for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And here's this handsome card, right? That is a 1/1 Amari Cooper for the Cowboys. Yes, indeed. I love that. Nice hit there. A Craftsman relic for Matt Ryan and the Falcons. A Pen Pal Black Ink Drew Lock, Broncos. N'Keal Harry to 49 for the Patriots. Pro Bowl relic, Seattle Seahawks, Doug Baldwin. Black Ink for the Titans with A.J. Brown Pen Pal. And this is Cooper Kupp. It is numbered to 70 for the Rams. I like this relic. 3-color Vikings relic of Fran Tarkenton. It is numbered to 15. There's N'Keal Harry Pen Pals, Patriots, Black Ink. A Craftsman Marcus Mariota for the Titans. Dwayne Haskins to 75 for the Redskins, turn of the century. Josh Jacobs came out, Black Ink for the Raiders, Pen Pal. DK Metcalf out for the Seahawks to 99. Our only blue ink, which means I believe to 99 or fewer, is Paris Campbell. That is for the Colts. A relic for the Patriots with Drew Bledsoe. And a relic for the Raiders with Howie Long. The Tennessee Titans, Marcus Mariota relic. The Ravens with a little green ink, Justice Hill, I believe is 10 or fewer. Double check me on it. A dual pen pal for the Bears, David Montgomery, Riley Ridley. Nice hit for Chicago. Number 299, Terry McLaurin heads to the Redskins. Andy Isabella, black ink, pen pal, Cardinals. For the boys, /99, Tony Pollard. The Ravens and your Justice Hill again, pen pal, but that one is black ink. Craftsman, Jared Goff for the Rams. Then you have the Vikings, Alexander Madison. Black ink. Another Jared Goff Craftsman relic. There's a Craftsman Russell Wilson relic. And this nice relic, Corey Davis. You got two colors on both sides. Quite good. Also for the Titans and numbered 249. All right, guys and gals, that is the break for tonight. And that is also our recap. I will put up the spreadsheet information here one final time. If you did not catch this earlier, here's your chance to get your shipping information or your anticipated shipping information, and we'll also take a look at what's coming up in the days ahead. So here's what I'm thinking. This is probably going to get out the door and on the way to you about Tuesday. Now, it's always possible I can get something out faster than that, and if it is possible, I will gladly do so. It's also possible that if something completely unexpected happens, that it could go a day later than that and not get out the door until Wednesday. But my best estimate at this point in time is that it will get out the door and on the way to you approximately Tuesday. We don't need to worry about consolation cards in this break because there were a lot of cards we just looked at, and every team's going to have a nice little package heading their way. Here's what's coming up in the days ahead. Tomorrow night, we're going to break a half case of Stadium Club. It's the back half of a case we started a couple of nights ago. Sunday night is actually an off night. No breaks on Sunday night. On Monday, we have two new releases. I know, new releases on a Monday. It's weird, but Leaf does weird stuff sometimes. And the other weird thing they're doing is releasing two of their football products on the exact same day. That's right. So we're going to break both Valiant and Ultimate Football on Monday night, the night they come out. On Tuesday, we're going to open a 5-box half case of TriStar Autograph mini helmets. It'll be the first half of a new case. We will also open a 12-box case of Chronicles basketball. On Wednesday, we have 3 new releases. We'll open a full 20-box case of Topps Archive Signature Series Active Player Edition, as well as a single box, a 1-box break of the high-end Topps Diamond Icons. And then following that will be a half case of Panini Gold Standard Football. All those are new release products for that day, Wednesday the 10th. So I believe that has got us all wrapped up for tonight. Hey, thank you once again for being here. I appreciate you very much. And as one final reminder for anybody who might have been watching live and then the signal dropped out with that weird little blip, yeah, if you keep, wait for the upload. You go to about the minute, roughly minute 12, minute 13 mark, somewhere in there. That's where the signal dropped out, but it is there in the uploaded version. So there's no gap in the uploaded version. You can just watch it straight through, and then we're back up and running by about, the 15 or 16 mark. An hour and 15 or 16, I mean. All right, so that's it tonight. Thank you once again, everybody. Enjoy what's left of our holiday weekend, and we will catch you the next time. Bye now.